Let's take a look at today's teams here at Goodison then. One change for David Moyes' side here. James Beattie's recovered sufficiently from his calf problem and comes in to replace James McFadden in the lone striker's role. Tim Cahill will provide plenty of support. He scored 3 goals in his last 5 games. Nigel Martin missed the recent draw with Wigan due to an ankle problem. That keeps him out again today. So Richard Wright continues to deputise. As for Manchester City, Stuart Pearce makes the brave decision to leave the club's top scorer this season, Andy Cole, on the bench and replace him with £6 million signing Georgios Samaras, who makes his full debut, having joined the club in the transfer window. That's the only change for a side which again contains Joey Barton after a week in which his transfer request dominated the headlines. Today he comes up against the team he's said to have supported since he was a boy, having grown up on Merseyside.
Number 28, Trevor Sinclair.
Unbeaten so far in 2006, Everton in their famous blue and white kit, defending the goal away to our right here against Manchester City, wearing the bright yellow shirts and black shorts. It's been a fine run in recent weeks for David Moyes' side, and for the first time this afternoon we can welcome Gordon McQueen.
Well, it's always got a terrific atmosphere here at Goodison Park, intimidating for visiting teams. Surprising that scored more points away from home than they have at home. David Moyes wanted to put that right today. Start getting more points on the board here at Goodison. It'll be difficult playing against a City side full of confidence. Terrific result midweek. Plenty of goals on this side. Interesting to see Samaras play today.
Just 13 points won here at Goodison by Everton this season compared to 17 on the road. And in the opening minutes of this game, Everton have barely had a touch of the ball. Here's Darius Vassell, who has a different strike partner today in Georgios Samaras. Everton on the attack now. Surging run forward, and Dunn is beaten here. What a chance this could be in the opening stages of this game. And Leon Osman clips the goal frame inside the first minute and a half.
Brilliant. He picks this up on the halfway line. Only one thing in his mind. He gets past Dunn as if he's not there. Good right-footed shot. Just clips the crossbar. Fantastic run from Osman. What a strike.
What a strike indeed from Leon Osman, who scored in the FA Cup tie against Millwall and went pretty close here. First chance of the game for Samaras to try and dance and jink and weave his way through the Everton back line. He's denied on that occasion. Players kept active there by Manchester City's Albert Riera. Valente heads on. Kilman can't control. Sinclair, Vassell. Valente has time, and Phil Neville in support. James Beattie was returning from an offside position. Stubbs with the header on, making his 3rd appearance since rejoining the club.
Yeah, it's an area they've had 1 or 2 problems with of late, a central defensive partnership. Chopped and changed. Stubbs and Weir today. Not conceded many goals of late, Everton. So regardless of the change in personnel there, keep things pretty tight at the back.
Conceded only 2 in their last 5 games. They had leaked 11 in the previous 3, so you can see that defensively Everton are tightening up. Beattie with a lovely flick, finds Osman. Arteta just flicks it into space, and he seemed to be caught in 2 minds there, the Spaniard. James Beattie's kept it in, and in the end it's away by Jordan.
Yeah, it's nice play by Beattie and Osman. They're linking up well together. Poor ball from Arteta into Beattie.
Jordan away again. Here's Kilban. Martin putting pressure on Valente. It's Osman once more. Step over from Cahill. Will fall here to Arteta, who just chips it in. The offside flag is raised, and Andre Mariner's whistle is blown.
Well, plenty of players up in support there for Arteta. Not the best of crosses, but nevertheless, assistant referee sees an Everton player moving into an offside position.
There is David Moyes, who's been talking about his transfer policy in the summer. An open letter to fans was written this week in which he explained why there wasn't too much movement in terms of players coming into the club, with Per Coldrup leaving and Marcus Bent heading for Charlton as well. David Moyes says the right players weren't available, and the ones who were available weren't at the right price. Leon Osman now for Everton, just had a look up and saw Phil Neville in the 6-yard box. Couldn't find him with the cross, but Everton have forced themselves the game's first corner kick.
Yeah, I think the Everton supporters were hoping there'd be 1 or 2 additions. Down to the bare bones, Davy Moyes just now. Lost Yobo, Ferguson for various reasons. Nigel Martin, Van der Meij, Pistone, Carsley. So the squad's pretty thin on the ground, but results have been good.
Here is that corner kick. Rebounds to Neville. Martin gives it away. Options on the right here for Everton. It's Arteta. Beattie the target again. Pivot heads on, so just kill back. Here's Arteta once more. Checks in field, looks for Beattie. Offside flag is raised on the Everton striker.
Well, assistant referee had a terrific view of that, looking right along the line, but the Everton fans were behind the goals. Felt he was onside, and I think the fans were right there.
What happened to giving the attacking side the benefit of the doubt? David James prepares to take the Manchester City free kick. He's not missed a Premier League game since joining the club. His 80th consecutive start in the Premier League for Manchester City. Beattie with Jordan in close attendance. Managed to shake off a calf injury to play in this game here, replacing James McFadden. Stuart Pearce and David Moyes both animated in the technical area. It's often an interesting subplot to any Manchester City these days, Gordon, when Stuart Pearce is off his bench.
Yeah, kicks every ball, heads every ball, goes in for every tackle. Sure.
Here now for Kilban to drive the shot in. It's deflected away. Everton looking for another corner, and they've got it down there.
Yeah, I think Kilban's shot would have been in target as well. Joey Barton gets the block in inside the box. The result's not. Everton corner. Big boys up. Alan Stubbs, Davy Weir.
Plenty of options from this corner for Arteta to try and pick out. Cahill is one of them, and it's in! Stabbed in on the near post, and David Weir is claiming it. Everton lead. It's not the prettiest goal you'll see this weekend, but it means so much to the fans of Everton.
Well, it's a real scrappy goal, this. David Weir eventually knocks it in. I think he's only a foot or two off the line. They don't quite clear it. As the head of Cahill comes off his shoulder. I mean, well, all count. Cahill with a downward header comes off Davy Weir's knee, I think.
Here's Osman. And now Stubbs to surge forward. Still Stubbs as it opens up for him, finds Beattie. City have it back, and here's a bit of space now for Samaras. He's got support in the form of Vassell. He's also picked out Riera.
Yeah, lovely weighted pass for Samaras there as well, but Hibbert read it. Terrific defending with the right back. Vital interception. Riera's in and goal, and as we've seen midweek, strikes a pretty good ball with that left foot of his.
Jordan's throw finds Riera. He hoists it into the box, and Richard Wright is there to claim it, getting a chance in the side, and his long ball forward might have found Beattie here. It has found Beattie. David James commits himself, and it ends up just bouncing and bobbling wide of the Manchester City goal, and James Beattie has a wry smile on his face.
Well, that is route one. It's a long kick from Richard Wright here. James Beattie doesn't give up on it. Lack of concentration here, maybe a little bit of a mix up between Dunn and James. They get away with it.
Samaras heads on. Another long ball forward, this time from Stubbs. Dunn will head it back to his goalkeeper. Played in 12 Merseyside derbies as a Liverpool man. Registering just 3 victories. Forward from Barton. Riera to chase and put Hibbert under pressure. Distant. Samaras has 2 around him. Kiki Musampa uses the shoulder, finds Vassell. I think Arteta was slightly surprised to see Jordan pushing on so quickly. David Weir's goal separating the sides, though.
Yeah, I don't think he knew a great deal about it either, did he? I mean, they just don't clear it here, City. Dunn heads on to the knee of David Weir, ends up in the back of the net.
Now Beattie tries to get in behind Sylvain Distin here. Back to David James with some pace, and the goalkeeper deals with it well.
You're just not going to get the better of Sylvain Distin in those situations. Balls over the top, you just get fantastic pace.
Bruno Valente uses his body to block the Manchester City pass. Samaras jumps into Phil Neville, who holds his arms aloft to complain to the referee, who saw nothing wrong. Samaras in possession now with nowhere really to go. Gets the ball in, but can't find a teammate. Neat turn from Distant. Here's Jordan. And now Riera. Manchester City players seem to be having such little time on the ball when they get it, which is a testament to Everton's work rate here today.
Well, David Moyes, demanding manager. One thing that he insists his players do is work hard. They're certainly doing that today. Likes them to press, close down. They're doing that to City. You rightly say they get no time in the ball at all, these City players.
Stuart Pearce won't be comfortable with what he's seeing so far. Here's Riera, though. How quickly things can change in football. His cross is blocked by Hibbert. City have a throw.
Well, he's an excellent crosser of the ball, but Hibbert doing what all good fullbacks should do, stop the crosses coming in.
Manchester City have a corner now and a chance for their big guns to get forward. Distin will trot up. So too Richard Dunn. Musampa hovers around the edge of the penalty area. Vassell and Sinclair trying to block the path of Richard Wright. Samaras is there too. It's a good delivery. Sinclair flicks on. Musampa knocks it down again. Everton push out. The danger not yet clear, though. Here's Barton. Picks out Dunn, but asks a lot of him. Sliding in there is Valente. And the referee allows play to continue when perhaps some Manchester City fans thought there might be a foul on Dunn.
Well, I think Dunn did as well. He's looking a bit bewildered. He thought it was a definite foul.
And he still continues to remonstrate with the referee as he gets back to his more natural position. Barton getting some grief from the fans behind Richard Wright's goal. And Alan Stubbs has a bit of a giggle about whatever it was they were shouting at Barton.
Important clearance he had as well from that corner kick when Sinclair got the flick on. If he doesn't clear it, it's going to land at the feet of this fella, Dunn. They don't quite clear it. Oh, my goodness.
Did he touch the ball?
And he doesn't give a free kick for that, can you believe it?
Kilban now wins a free kick at the other end after a tussle with Sun Ji-hai. Neville stands over this free kick for Everton. Beattie climbing tallest there, wins the header. Can't find a teammate though. Everton retain possession and keep the pressure up on their visitors here. Flicked down by Cahill. Beattie is forced wide. Arteta does well to keep it in. David Weir trying to beat people outside of the box.
And a bit carried away now, David Weir.
And now Everton are exposed at the back. Sinclair, look at that, 3 players around him, but Sunji Hai is unmarked. Whipped in looking for Vassell on the back post. But he can't reach it. Darius Vassell, who, having joined from Aston Villa in the summer, seems to be enjoying himself at the City of Manchester Stadium. 8 goals this season so far, 2 behind the top scorer, Andy Cole. And you can just see the Manchester City penalty box cut up rather nastily there, and that's what David James has to contend with.
Well, I think there's a few of the pitches about the Premiership just now that aren't what you'd normally expect.
Tough time of year for the groundsman. But Riera is dispossessed.
Yeah, once again, he's getting absolutely no joy whatsoever out of Hibbert. Just can't get past him, can't get crosses in. Fullback doing a really good job.
James Beattie was running from an offside position to get back onside, and the pass was a bit too much for him from Arteta. 14 minutes left to go in this first half here at Goodison, where Everton lead by a 1-0. David Weir the scorer, and they have, Gordon, to be fair, been in complete control of this game so far. Here's Samaras. Darius Vassell won't reach that.
Yeah, they've been excellent in every department. Everton at the back, they've been solid. Samaras, £6 million signing from Heerenveen, not getting much joy. Vassell, Riera wide left. Hibbert doing a really good job in him. Phil Neville and Cahill dominating the midfield. Beattie and Osman, a constant threat up front for Everton.
Powerful header by Richard Dunn. Riera and Samaras trying to link up. Cahill heads down for Arteta. Riera all over him like a rash again. Well, he wouldn't give up on a lost cause there, Mikel Arteta. And as a result, Everton keep the ball. 2 international teammates tussling down there, Dunn and Kilban. An unusual tackle from Tim Cahill, who thought it should have been a goal kick. Not given though, and now Everton have to defend from a rather unusual position. They've given away a corner from practically on the halfway line.
Well, there's a chance for Riera to swing one in with his left foot this time. Maybe test Richard Wright, one under the crossbar. Done in there. Got an aerial threat, Samaras, distant.
Riera's delivery headed away by Stubbs, only as far as Barton, who goes down in the box not once but twice. Seemed to slip on both occasions.
Yeah, he miscontrolled it first time, and he's setting himself up for a shot at goal. That would have been half a chance.
Here's Musampa. This could be half a chance as well. Didn't really trouble Richard Wright from Kiki Musampa.
Yeah, it was. Nobody closed them down quick enough. There's a little shot at goal. You expect him to put this in target. It's not the best efforts, drags it wide. Plenty of time to look up, pick his spot. He doesn't.
Stephen Jordan heads on. Will David James keep it in? He does. Very athletic man, David James. It's just the sort of test he still enjoys at the tender age of 35. Quick off his line. Here's Samaras. Won't be kept in though, and it's just a little disjointed for Manchester City at the moment.
Yeah, Samaras hasn't had much opportunity opportunity to shine. I mean, that was only a 10-yard pass from Musampa there, and it nearly knocked it wide off him.
Arteta is dumped from behind by Barton. No foul given by the referee. Here's Sun Ji-hai. Samaras comes deep to collect the ball. Sliding tackle in by Neville. Takes man and ball, but Manchester City retain possession. Riera. Valente away. Now this time by Arteta. Just under 2 minutes to go to the break. Samaras from Vassell's header. The boos for Barton subsiding. Sinclair, Sun Ji-hai on the overlap. Good ball from Sun Ji-hai, it's Vassell! And it's well wide of Richard Wright's goal.
Well, it's good work with Sun Ji-hai here. I mean, Sinclair holds it up. Good overlap, lovely little ball in. Vassell just can't guide that. Try to head that into the bottom corner. It's a chance. City beginning to creep back into this game. I mean, I think Davy Moyes will be delighted at half-time going in with a 1-0 lead, but they've knocked the ball about well, Everton, really well, but still not tested David James enough.
Musampa finds Albert Riera. Still Riera to run at Hibbert. Might have the beating of him for pace there. Forces the ball across, but it's out of play behind Richard Wright's goal.
Well, this is what Hibbert's been doing well, stopping the crosses coming in from Riera. He's got a lovely left foot, doesn't manage at that time, but by and large done a really good job on the Spanish winger.
Kilban can't keep it in. Sun Ji-hai will take the throw for Manchester City as we await the board from the fourth official to show us just how much time will be added on here at the end of this first half at Goodison Park. Back to David James it goes, and 2 minutes will be added on here.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of
Samaras trips over the ball. Here's Mikel Arteta, and this would be cruel on Georgios Samaras. Arteta's delivery, looking for Cahill, done away.
Yeah, it's a good defensive header to be done, but Samaras has got to realise you don't get much time in the Premiership, I'm afraid. You dwell on the ball, you're going to get tackled or dispossessed, certainly when you come to Goodison, yeah.
James Beattie back to help out, and that's just the sort of commitment Everton fans love to see here. And one man who loves to see it more than most, I'm sure, is David Moyes. Flicked away by Dunn.
Yeah, became a big favourite with the fans, James Beattie. Love his willingness, bravery, his goal-scoring ability. I mean, it's been a kind of stop-start Everton career he's had. We're looking for a long run of games injury-free, and I'm sure he'll score plenty goals.
David James might have just hesitated on that for too long. Leon Osman is putting him under pressure. Out it goes. David James is smiling. Stuart Pearce, definitely not. Half-time might be interesting in the Manchester City dressing room. Stuart Pearce doesn't want any more grey hairs than he's already got. David James might have just contributed to a couple more. Osman goes down. Samaras hesitating on the ball again. Just clipped there though by Nuno Valente. He's waiting for that time on the ball again though, Gordon.
Well, I mean, the Premiership's a frantic league, and you know what Everton are like when you come here. Just don't like you settling the ball.
And there is the half-time whistle. Stuart Pearce returns to the dressing room area here at Goodison Park. Not a happy man. His side outplayed here in the first 45 minutes. David James changed his boots after conceding the only goal of this game to that man, David Weir. A rare goal for him, but it's one which keeps Everton in the lead here after the opening 45. It's Everton 1, Manchester City 0. Manchester City have lost 6 of their last 8 away games before this trip today. It could well potentially be 7 of 9. They're 45 minutes away from a defeat. They have to score here to get themselves back into this game. But it's Everton again on the attack, starting the second half as they finish the first. All in blue and white, of course, attacking the goal away to our right-hand side. Sylvain Distin, the Manchester City captain, under pressure from James Beattie. Gordon McQueen, what will Stuart Pearce have said at half-time?
Well, I think I'd be reasonably happy that they're still in the game, because they never played at all well, but they've just been lacking a cutting edge. I mean, they've been disappointing up front considering the talent they've got. Samaras has had a disappointing 45 minutes, but they have got the luxury of Andy Cole on the bench, so they could change things around there. Davy Moyes, I think, would be reasonably pleased going in 1-0 up, but they had the lion's share of possession, and I think should maybe have done a little bit better with the possession that they had. Particularly, they were wasteful with crosses, particularly in the right. Arteta got into one great situation after another, and delivery was poor.
Joey Barton picks out Sunji High. Richard Dunn, a man who played for Everton, of course, between 1997 and the year 2000. 72 appearances. Signed as a trainee under Joe Royle. Here's Samaras, but Tobias Vassell was backing in there to David Weir. Well, Vassell has been pretty quiet without his regular strike partner Andy Cole.
Yeah, had City's best chance, although in the first half. Great work with Sunji High, good cross into the box, but just stretching a little bit for it, knocked it wide.
Here they are coming from wide again. It's Cahill, it's headed away there by Dunn.
Yeah, important header as well, because that was going right onto the head of Kevin Coban there. Had made a good run into the box, but it's an Everton corner.
Good cross by Tim Cahill, which Richard Dunn had to deal with. And now he has to deal alongside his teammates with this Everton corner. First of the second half. Cahill stays up. He's so good in the air, of course. Kilban attacks the near post. They're looking there for James Beattie. James has committed himself. And he might have just got a touch there. Everton certainly have a corner.
Well, a bit of a misunderstanding with James and Dunn once again.
Dunn heading on. David James left it as it hit the crossbar. Here comes the second corner, which James this time punches. Albert Riera helps it on. Will Joey Barton keep it in? He does to start with. Not at the second time of asking. Much to the joy of the Everton fans who continue to barrack him in this second half. Samaras with the layoff to Barton. His ball is knocked to a yellow shirt. Plunging in is Jordan on.
Maybe the first yellow of the game. I think it will be, yeah. Getting in his pocket. A bit rash there, Stephen Jordan.
Can't be taken that quickly by Phil Neville. Stephen Jordan is called across for the first yellow card of the afternoon. Was slightly disappointing there to see Mikel Arteta call for the card.
Well, we never like to see that. I mean, it warrants a card, there's no doubt about that, but you're right. Something that everybody hates to see, I think.
Weir's free kick. Beattie the target. It's headed back in, but only cleared away by Barton. Valente with plenty of time. Back to Richard Wright. Angie high, back to Richard Dunn. City just looking a little nervy at the back. And Everton so tenacious as they chase down every Manchester City player who gets the ball here.
Well, it makes it great for the Everton defenders when you're defending from the front like that. Osman and Beattie just don't let the central defenders or full-backs settle in the ball. They're looking up to pick a pass and they can't. Blue shirt bearing down on them.
Osman couldn't quite control the ball. Oh, nasty collision down there between Cahill and Vassell.
Yeah, I think it was accidental. Well, certainly Mr. Marner does. There's a little nasty knock in the head, and a little bit high. I think it's his right fist that catches Vassell. Accidentally, although.
Nice to see two players colliding and not making a meal of it. Martin goes down and then looks for a free kick from Andre Mariner.
Well, some of the Everton fans wondering why Everton never added to the squad at the transfer deadline, but they brought one in, and that's Alan Stubbs. And he's been a terrific bit of business with Davy Moyes.
Yes, indeed. Weir, Vassell skips past both Cahill and Arteta. In hard go Cahill and Jordan. This game just bubbling nicely here through the second half as we approach the hour mark. Here's Sylvain Distin looking for Samaras again. This time he beats Weir to the ball. It's Vassell, and Hibbert is there to deal. And there to tackle.
Yeah, it does well there, Tony Hibbert. I mean, it cost him a corner, but Vassell just tried to come inside him there. Looked to maybe bend that one with his right foot.
And down into the corner goes Joey Barton. To a hostile reception, but the Manchester City fans, some of them there applauding him, some of them booing him. Mixed reaction from the travelling supporters to Joey Barton. They'll love it if he can conjure up something special here. He can, you know, it's Samaras, and it's just over the bar. But what a ball by Joey Barton.
Best City chance of the game. That should have been one each. It's a fantastic opportunity for City to score there. And for the big Greek to get his first Premier League goal. That is a bad miss. He's in space, he's got time, he's 6 yards from the goal. That should have been in the back of the net. And it's terrific delivery from Barton. He does well considering the stick he's getting from the crowd in that corner. Concentrating, putting a good ball in. Poor header.
Manchester City are getting ready to make a change. Arteta collides there with Dunn. No foul though, says the referee. There's activity in the technical area for Manchester City. David James clears away, out it goes, and this will give us an opportunity for the first substitution of the game. If the referee spots that City want to make the change, he does. Stuart Pearce shuffles his pack. Andy Cole comes on.
Manchester City substitution number 19, Albert Weir, to be replaced by number 9, Andrew Cole.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what formation they play now. Are they going to play the three up top? Looks like it. Riera really hasn't made a contribution. No surprise that he's gone off.
There is the option for Darius Vassell to go on the left side of midfield, a position he has occupied this season so far, but at the minute he stays in an advanced role. So Vassell and Cole reunited. They were only apart for an hour. Here's the new boy, Samaras. He's had City's best chance, and he rather fortunately heads on there. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt though and say he meant it. Still Samaras. Lays it off for Jordan. Jordan cuts back in field. finds Joey Barton. Wouldn't it be just like him to score? Musampa with the shot. Vassell looks for the rebound. Richard Wright doesn't offer one.
Well, they've stepped it up a bit, Manchester City. That's another chance. It's good play here by Samaras in particular. This ball comes to Musampa on the edge of the box. Tries to adjust his body to hit it with his left foot. Right-footed player might have done an awful lot better there.
Arteta just flicks it outside for Hibbert. Leon Osman getting no change whatsoever there out of Sylvain Distin. Referred to in the week, Sylvain Distin by his manager as the leading example in the squad for the likes of Joey Barton to aspire to. Quite an atmosphere here inside Goodison Park for this Northwest derby. Kiki Musampa and Tony Hibbert tussling down there. So too Stephen Jordan now with Hibbert. Hibbert goes down. And that's a foul by Jordan, who's got to be careful, he's on a yellow card.
Yeah, and the referee's saying, look, settle down. Settle down, son. Been booked already for a rash challenge.
.27 minutes left in this game. Mikel Arteta stands over the free kick. Alan Stubbs in there and went flying.
Yeah, well, the Everton fans just below us here felt that Samaras had pushed him in the back there when that free kick came in.
Phil Neville whips it in. Everton fans again appeal for a foul, this time by Dunn on Beattie.
Yeah, Dunn's got his arms around Beattie's shoulders, right on the edge of the box. Could easily give a free kick against the defender there.
There's a fresh impetus here about Manchester City in the second half, particularly after their substitution. This game teed up rather nicely. Everton still leading though. Let's have another look at this possible penalty appeal here.
I think Alan Stubbs has been a bit dramatic here.
Chairman Bill Kenwright, who was pleased to have some extra funds arriving in the summer, as Kilban heads down for Beattie.
Well, he's got good aerial ability, Kevin Coban. Has a good leap. Not far there from knocking that right onto the foot of James Beattie. Just a yard or so in front of him.
Cole jumped pretty early. Stubbs giving him a hard time down there. Everton have the ball now through Neville. Arteta was right in Barton's space there. Cahill has now picked out James Beattie. Tries to beat Distin with a turn of pace, and then Distin blocks Beattie. Referee waves play on. Sinclair flicks on for Vassell. Stubbs all over him like a rash. Oh, Beattie just takes a bump from behind there from Jordan, who's on a yellow card. Beattie stays down. Manchester City are playing on here with Beattie still on the ground. Samaras. Beattie's back on his feet. Jordan's cross. Barton heads on. Gets it back again, Joey Barton. Tees it up for Musampa. Takes a touch. Took it on his left foot. Headed back in this time. And once again, Andy Cole climbing. It's Vassell. It's blocked away by Hibbert. Still the danger not clear. Samaras. Vassell. Cole is there as well. What a scramble this is. And eventually it falls to the hands of Richard Wright, much to the joy of the Everton fans.
Well, sort that one out. I mean, some terrific defending by Everton players getting blocks in, but they just can't clear this out of the box. I mean, it's a great block by Tony Hibbert there when Vassell has the shot. It's a real scramble in the box here. Eventually picked up, and they leave Richard Wright.
I need to sit down. Sinclair with the spectacular clearance. Here's Musampa and now Andy Cole. Samaras drifts wide. Jordan gives it to him. Still Samaras. Crosses in, falls to Barton, but the assistant referee and the referee both spotted a handball by Joey Barton, who says no, but it was.
Oh, same chest. I mean, who are you kidding? I mean, it's blatant handball. And referee right in line there.
Double substitution.
Trying to show the referee the mark in his chest. I don't think so.
Double change here.
Replaced by number 10, Anton Sibierski.
Giorgio Samaras is going to be replaced by Antoine Sibierski.
And number 11, Darius Cassell, is to be replaced by number 42, Bradley Wright-Phillips.
And that's the end of the afternoon's work for Darius Vassell. Bradley Wright-Phillips coming on. He's only ever appeared as a substitute this season. And he's also come on in 12 of the last 16 Manchester City games. Here's a shot from distance from James Beattie, which David James is equal to.
Well, it's straight at James, but it's good play nevertheless by Beattie. And doesn't look a great deal on when he picks that up on the left-hand side. Chest, it comes inside, tries the shot from distance.
Leon Osman losing out in that battle there with Stephen Jordan. Great one-on-one battles all over the pitch here today. Here's another of them, Musampa and Cahill. Musampa finds Sibierski. Barton finds Sunji Hai. Wright-Phillips. Nudged off the ball by Weir. City have it back through Barton now. Cole and Sibierski link up. Now Musampa. Wright-Phillips looking for Cole. Level back to his keeper. Away by Richard Wright. Foul there, undone by Beattie. Just less than 12 minutes plus stoppage time to go in this game.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of nervous Evertonians and Goodison today. City stepped it up a bit in the second half. Getting close.
Jordan, Musampa, Andy Cole with the flick on for Joey Barton. Sinclair lays it off to Sunji Hai. Nice ball in, looking for Bradley Wright-Phillips.
I'll tell you what an important defensive header that was from Alan Stubbs. Real trouble if he's not there.
Distance done ever so well. Cole finds Bradley Wright-Phillips, who just fell over as he looked to control the ball. Everton preparing to make a change. James McFadden will be coming on here. And he'll replace James Beattie.
Show your appreciation for number 8, James Beattie, and replacing James, number 11, James McFadden.
Well, I think David Moyes will be hoping when the ball gets forward to James McFadden, he can hold on to it. Because it's going up front, the Everton strikers coming back to the defenders too quickly.
James McFadden scored a vital goal for Everton in the FA Cup against Chelsea, earned them a replay and a trip to London, which they will go on this week coming. He's also scored against Manchester United and Blackburn Rovers. 2 goals in 2 Northwest derbies so far, and here he is now for his first touch.
Well, the idea was he was supposed to hold on to the ball when he got up there. Failed to do so there. But maybe cautionary Beattie getting off. He has been out with a calf strain.
And to coin a corny old phrase, he's absolutely worked his socks off here today. Sibierski with the knockdown. Weir with the clearance. Distan heads on, but Cahill beats Musampa to the ball. Unfairly, says the referee. Pushing down on Musampa as he jumped, according to Andre Marin.
Yeah, Mr. Man there says he's leading with his elbow there, his forearm.
Sibierski tussling with Weir. Barton Wins the loose ball. Stubbs, though, deals with it for Everton. And Kilban now finds Mikel Arteta. Spaniard almost dispossessed, is he there, by Jordan. Phillips slides in on him. Play continues. Arteta went down too easily for the referee's liking. Sinclair's cross. Sibierski heads on. Andy Cole will challenge it. Forced to right Phillips. His shot is blocked down and Cahill will clear away. And McFadden here will have to hold it up. He's got the help of Leon Osman. McFadden again. Distance sticks to him like glue. And then lunges in with a foul.
Yeah, he obviously doesn't agree with that, and he might have a case here. No, he doesn't make any contact with the ball. Referee's in a good position to see it here. A little bit of respect for Everton under a bit of pressure. Another good block there in the Everton box by Alan Stubbs.
Number 21, please show your appreciation for Leon Osman.
Off goes Leon Osman, and standing ovation for him.
Time, number 10, Simon Davis.
Battling performance from Leon Osman. Former trainee at this club, and his efforts certainly appreciated here by the home fans. Simon Davis comes on to replace him.
Well, he's certainly the terrific first 45 minutes, Osman. Been kept in check pretty well in the second half. This stand outstanding at the back for City.
Simon Davis goes up for the free kick. Headed away by Sunji Hai. McFadden. Almost tackled himself there. Sibierski finds Bradley Wright Phillips. Skips past Weir and wins the foul.
Well, no aerial threat of Samaras this time. They've got Sibierski on, who's more than useful in these situations.
Joey Barton's deliveries have been mixed here this afternoon at Goodison Park from free kicks. There's a two-man wall. Arteta and McFadden stand in it. Barton's delivery, looks for Sibierski, back to Andy Cole. Whistle has gone, flag is raised on the far side.
Oh, when this ball comes in for Bratton, it looks as though he's overhit it.
Has it gone out of play here?
Well, if he's gave it for going out of play, I think he's wrong.
Well, you've got to look at where the linesman was as well there, Gordon.
And I don't think his feet might have been out of play, but I think he headed that before he went out. I mean, KO heads it clear in any case.
Valente away. Jordan under a bit of pressure here from Arteta. And he's pulling back at the Spaniard. It's Cahill and now Hibbert. Oh, Jordan lunges in and he could be in big trouble here. Stephen Jordan's on a yellow card. Andre Mariner reaches to his top pocket. There's the second yellow. There comes the red. And off goes Stephen Jordan. City down to 10 men.
Well, he just completely lost it there. Just loses his head completely. He's a little bit of a niggle just a second before that with Arteta. When the ball gets played out to Hibbert, you could see it coming. He's not going to pull out of this. Rash, silly, yellow card, second yellow, red.
Kilban tries to pick out McFadden. And with the corner kick here, we fancy Everton once again to keep the ball in the corner. Not too many players in a hurry to get forward.
You know, Arteta just strolling out. Maybe we'll look just to play this back to Phil Neville, keep it in there.
Stuart Pearce right out of the technical area. Unhappy perhaps with a bit of time wasting from Everton players. Arteta will whip it in. Cahill was posting in at the back. Another corner.
Yeah, I think they might take it short this time. There's no point in saying that it goalwards. No, Phil Neville saying, look, knock it short to me. But I think he says no, want to knock it in.
McFadden, the only player apart from Cahill in the penalty area as Arteta was readying himself for that corner. Bradley Wright Phillips will try and hoist one long and forward. Sibierski beaten by Hibbert. Musampa hits it long. Away by Stubbs. Davis combines with Neville. And there is the full-time whistle at Goodison Park. Everton's 10th win in the Premier League this season so far. The unbeaten run continues through 2006, and it's an unlikely match winner in the form of David Weir. Only his second goal in 4 years of top-flight football. But it's enough to earn all 3 points here for David Moyes' side. They are resurgent, they are climbing back towards where they want to be in the Premiership table. And David Weir's first goal of the season, beating David James rather scrappily from a 8th-minute corner, sends the Goodison Park faithful home happy here. For Manchester City, their inconsistent run continues, taking just 7 points from the last 24 available. David Weir returns to the dressing room, a goal scorer and match winner. The captain leading by example here. And this is more like the Everton that we were used to seeing last season. A 1-0 victory at home, 3 points in the bag. And it's the Everton players, support staff and fans who go home happy here from Goodison Park. Full-time score on Merseyside. Everton 1, Manchester City 0.
David, unbeaten in 2006. What a nice ring that's got to it for all Evertonians.
It is, and you know, we're not sort of shouting too much about it because we want to try and let it go as long as we can. But it's been terrific, and the players, as I say, have been doing really well. They're showing a lot of confidence in their play just now. A great spirit amongst them, which to be fair they've always had. But when you win games, it makes it much easier for that to be high.
You say you're not going to shout too much about it. Is that part of your policy? You don't get too low if things aren't going your way, and you don't get too high when it's going well?
I wish that was the case as a manager. I think you always get low when things aren't going well, and when things go well, then you always try to play it down because you always know that there's another game just round the corner. But I've said a few times I've had a lot of bad Saturday nights, and I'm beginning to enjoy my Saturday nights.
So Everton beat Manchester City by 1-0 at Goodison Park.